Hey guys! So in today's video I'm going to be discussing how to succeed in the Leaving Cert. You all absolutely love my videos on how to get H1s in certain subjects. So this is going to be a pretty broad video over all subjects on how to just do well, succeed, get the points you need to get into college or whatever you want to do. Yeah, so pretty much just how to do well in the Leaving Cert. And you know, success is very different for everyone, so this is just, you know, for me how I succeeded. Like, some people might think succeeded is to get 65, some people is to get over 400 points. All same kind of umbrella, all same tips on how to get there. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is to make a study timetable and actually stick to it. You have no idea how important this is, especially for subjects that you don't like and they're just going to get rejected if you don't make a study timetable because you won't want to study them and you won't. So like, I know everybody says this, but like I actually did it and I actually stuck to it, especially for like Easter time, right before mocks, right before the actual Leaving Cert began, like the 2 weeks beforehand. Like all of these times, so important to make a timetable and include every single subject, because if you don't, you're going to reject them and you're not going to do them. I know I wouldn't, especially for me. English and French were not my great subjects, and I found I just constantly studied maths and my sciences and I would never study them, which was not good. So study timetables 100% help with that, so I would 100% recommend doing that. You can find so many templates online if you just look up like study timetable, and you can find stuff and you can like fill them in yourself. Or I just wrote them out myself, made them look really nice. I'd spend like an hour doing it and stick it on my wall and it would look great. So definitely put some time aside to make one, especially before the mocks and especially during your 2 weeks off for Easter. Really important. The next thing I'm going to be discussing is quality over quantity. Now, sorry, that sounds stupid, but like some days I'd come home from school and I might do a solid hour of maths. Let's say a solid hour where I would do a bunch of exam questions and I would understand them all and I would actually like know what's going on, and I'd be like, okay, I'll remember that now for next time I do it. If I'm like tired after that and I just can't concentrate, I can't focus, it's getting late, I will just stop. Like, I'm not going to force myself to keep going and like open up a French book and start reading some French. That's not going to go into my head. It's a waste of my time. I could be going to sleep, I could be eating my dinner, I could be doing something that I enjoy just to relax. So like, it's really not about, oh my god, like if your friend says, oh, like I studied like 5 hours yesterday, like congrats to her, but like, was most of that 5 hours, like was it good studying? Probably not. A lot of the time I use the Pomodoro, I can't remember how you say that, but it's like when you do like 25 minutes studying, 5 minutes rest, 25 minutes studying, 5 minutes rest, over and over and over again, because you can actually concentrate and have quality study for that 25 minutes and then rest for the 5 minutes, go on your phone, sit on your bed. I would literally just lie on my bed and just relax. But I swear that actually really works, because your brain like can't focus for 5 hours straight or like 3 hours straight. Like, it's all about like how well you're studying in that time frame. And if you think you did really well in an hour and you got loads in an hour, then you don't need to do like, you don't need to keep going. You can do 2 hours of great studying and then you're done for the day if you've actually put the time and effort to make it good study time. Because the only time that you're gonna need to study, sit down and study for 5 hours, other than like right before you're Leaving Cert and right before your mocks, is like if you're not actually putting quality time into your study, and it's like bits and pieces of concentration in and out. So yeah, it's definitely more important to just get quality time in for studying. Even if it's like 20 minutes before you go to school, if you have 20 minutes before you go to school, sit down and do something, and then you know, well, that was good 20 minutes quality time spent. I hope you know what I'm saying. Anyway, as well as talking about like quality over quantity, take the time off when you need time off. Some weekends I wouldn't study at all because you're so exhausted, and like throughout the week in school, and you'll have, you know, tests in school or you'd have tons of homework, and like sometimes you just need the weekend off, and you are so okay to do that, because especially if you went and tried to study on that weekend that you needed the rest off, it would be such a waste of time. You're not going to remember anything you did and you could have just been resting. I remember the week after my orals I did not study at all, and that was one whole week of Easter, and I was just burnt out and I'd studied so much that I needed just the time off, and I did, and it made absolutely no difference to my grades or, you know, how much studying I had done. Another thing I want to talk about is to be realistic with your grade goals. I know everyone couldn't say, oh, like I want a H1 and everything, but like that's not realistic at all. For me, French and English were not good subjects of mine, especially English. Like, I was like a consistent H3 student. I didn't get a H4, I didn't get a H2. I just always got H3s, no matter how hard I worked for it. I even got grinds in English at one point, but then I stopped because like I wasn't improving. I had no idea how to improve. It just wasn't working, and I wasn't putting the time into it that I needed to. But not even that, I'm glad I didn't put the time into it, because my other subjects that I knew I would do well in, I needed to put the time into. And I know some people would say like, oh, put the time into subjects that you need to improve on, but like disagree with that. For me, I knew if I studied maths really hard, I could do well. And for my sciences, biology, chemistry and physics, I knew that if I kept consistent, I can do well. And so I put a lot of my time into those 4 subjects. Because if I, let's say, put all my time into English trying to improve to get a H2, I think there's like 11 points in the difference, or 15 or something, in between an H2 and a H3. Like, those points would absolutely have made no difference and I probably wouldn't even got the H2. Some people just aren't built for certain subjects. For me, I'm just not good at English. I could have put so much time into it, but I just wasn't going to improve. And if you know that you're like that in another subject, it's just a waste of time to put all of your energy into that subject, which you know you're just not going to improve on. Especially now at this time, if you're in 6th year, you know, you need to focus on what you're good at. That doesn't mean to completely disregard the subjects that you're not good at, but if you can be consistent in the same grade, like I was a H3 in English and I tried to maintain that H3, then I was doing well and I was happy. So then I did get grinds for maths because I knew that if I put the time into maths, I could actually do well because, you know, I did physics and chemistry and I was good at numbers and things like that. I also want to say that this video is kindly sponsored by Leaving Cert Experts. They are Ireland's leading online grinds platform. They do weekly online grinds in a huge range of subjects, including English, Irish, maths, French, biology, chemistry, physics, ag science, Spanish and German. That is literally most of the subjects. They also record most of their grinds, which is so helpful, I think, so you can go back and rewatch them. Sometimes when you're watching the grind live, you might be a bit tired, it just might not be your day, but you can go back and rewatch it over and over until you actually understand the topic. They are super affordable, like as low as like €18 a grind. Like for me, I spent about €50 per grind, and that was also online because of COVID, so this is just way cheaper and all of the teachers are amazing. I would definitely recommend even just following them on Instagram because they post all of the updates and they just post everything about the Leaving Cert and they keep you updated and they do polls in their stories, and they're just a great page to follow if I'm honest, and a page that can be relatable for you, especially during the mocks and things like that. So definitely go and check them out. They are a great resource, and if you're looking for grinds in a certain subject coming up to the Leaving Cert now in a couple of months, I would definitely recommend checking them out. So yes, thank you so much to Leaving Cert Experts for sponsoring today's video. So if you are going to choose to get grinds in a certain subject, I would definitely recommend choosing a subject that you know you can succeed in. I know I could not succeed in English. It was just not happening. It just wasn't happening. So yeah, that is the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed. Good luck to everyone in their mocks which are coming up, or if you're in them right now, if you've just finished them, good luck. I'm sure you were all doing amazing. I didn't even sit the mock, so I haven't a clue, but like they really don't matter. They're so much harder than the Leaving Cert. Like sure, you are getting so much choice in your Leaving Cert and your mocks you're not, so don't worry about the grades. Try your best, but they honestly have just no meaning and they don't mean anything. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye!